Morocco is today grappling with the pull of tradition and the push of modernity. Society may have its roots in a rich culture handed down from generation to generation. Yet there are those within this traditional society who are pushing to innovate and modernize. No city illustrates this tension better than the city of Fez, one of the world's great gastronomic centers. This city is celebrating its 1200th anniversary, a home to many Islamic religious schools called madrasas, a World Heritage Site and the culinary capital of Morocco. I'm here to see if this medieval place is managing to season its traditions with a sprinkling of the modern. This is street food and this is Fez. Fez is Morocco's culinary heart, home to some of the most famous Moroccan dishes, such as special tagines or stews, pastillas, an exquisite pie made with a flaky pastry and delicious sweets. The cooking here has numerous influences, Arab and Berber, with hints of Jewish, Mediterranean, African and French. My family is Berber, the non-Arab indigenous tribe of North Africa. I spent summers in this region called the Maghreb, where I would often watch my grandmother cook traditional Berber dishes. She would make the most wonderful couscous dishes in large tagines or pots. And here in Fez, a city rich in both Berber and Arab traditions, these memories come flooding back to me. Moroccans are proud of their culinary heritage and traditionalists are reluctant to change their recipes. One particular man who's keeping faith with culinary traditions while innovating ways to cook the old dishes is Lahsan Beki, a young Berber chef. He has set up a cookery school here in Fez. Lahsan is an expert on Fez's cuisine. He's offered to cook me a typical Moroccan dish with ingredients fresh from the market of Fez.
Here we're gonna get the shoulder, and because in a tagine we need to cook it for a while a little bit. When you cook it, the shoulder it doesn't dry easily. The spice marinade with the lamb give us like more flavor at the end. Shukran.
What's so special about Fez food?
Fez is a capital gastronomic and used to be a royal city. We have two special influence from the Jewish Moorish people. When they come from Spain, they brought a lot of dishes and a lot of ways of cooking, a lot of ways of preserving, like pickled lemons and olives and everything. So we'll cook it 2 hours. We're gonna get the most important parts and the secret of Moroccan cooking, the spices.
It's very good spices, huh?
Oh, let me see that. Oh my God, it's amazing. Famous. So what do we need from here?
We need a mix of spices that we use for the lamb.
Okay.
And sometimes it's different from family to family. Sometimes we use what we call ras al-hanout, means the head of the shop, a lot of spice from the shop. And it's different too, like something from 15 spices to 20, 30 spices.
So it all comes in one?
Yeah, together, they put them together. They ground the ras al-hanout. Here we have ginger, we have a cinnamon, we have paprika, turmeric, we have cumin and black pepper.
So now you're going to mix it up all
mix
together.
everything and use it for our lamb.
So this is your type of ras al-hanout?
Yeah, my own type.
Your own
my
ras
own type.
al-hanout.
Yeah, this is the pistil of the saffron. The smell. It smells good.
Is that what you're using as well? Lahsan is keen to show me the magic and taste of Fez. So where better to cook me a meal than on the roof of the restaurant where he works, offering a grand view of the city skyline.
Today we're gonna make like a lamb tagine with the prunes and almonds, cooked in like ras al-hanout spice that we mix today in the market.
Is this a very traditional Moroccan tagine?
It's a very traditional Moroccan tagine.
How did you start this job?
Because we don't have school in my village, then I have to go to another town where there is a school. Then I have to live for myself and to cook for myself and do everything for myself.
And how old were you then?
10 years old.
10 years old.
10 years old, yeah. At the beginning, it was a little bit tough for myself, like going to school and cooking for myself, doing everything. It was a little bit tough, but after that, I enjoy it. It starts already to smell good. Wow. Now we're gonna leave it. See you.
So do you think it's done now? I can't wait to eat it.
Yeah, it's almost done. We're gonna just put some herbs in it. It smells very good, very rich.
It's delicious. I love it, seriously. It's a mixture. It's like sweet and sour. You have everything in there. The nuts, the meat, the prunes. Thank you so much.
Here we go.
Fes was founded at the end of the 8th century by Moulay Idris al-Akbar, who was the great-grandson of the Prophet Muhammad. From this city, he established Morocco's first Arab dynasty and is still regarded by Moroccans as the father of the nation. For more than 1,000 years, Fes was the country's cultural and political heart. The French colonial authorities eventually changed the capital to Rabat in 1912. The original Medina, or old city of Fes, is today an area called Fes el Bali. It's an authentic medieval walled city that has barely changed throughout the centuries. Artisans can still be found here practicing ancient trades, and aromas from the various spices waft through the narrow alleys of the old city. But walking through the Medina, you're suddenly struck by an altogether more pungent smell, alerting you that you're nearing the tannery or leatherworks, where reams of cowhide are treated in huge vats of dye.
I'm in the middle of this 13th century tannery, the most famous and largest in Morocco. Well, if you're wondering why I have mint up my nostrils, I mean, as you can see, the colors here are beautiful, but the smell is overwhelming. A mixture of pigeon droppings used to soften the skin. Also, we have henna, saffron, and mint to dye the leather. And I need to get out of here before I die.
Despite the smell, these tannery workers can consider themselves lucky, because Fes has one of the highest rates of unemployment in Morocco. Workers here are relatively well paid. They stand to make the equivalent of about $30 a day. But many other residents of Fes find little to do other than while away their time in the coffee shops. Yet some, like Noordin Yazami, have turned to selling street food to make ends meet.
As soon as I finished my baccalaureate, I couldn't find a job and was hanging around the coffee shops, just wasting time. So I thought I should start helping my father with his street food business. And later on, I thought, why can't I start my own business? And as you can see, I have. And thank God, it's working.
Meandering through the labyrinth of the alleyways and bazaars, you get the sense that little has changed here over the centuries. But in fact, there are changes. I've come to meet author Fatima Sadiki, who tells me that there has been a radical change in the role of women here, as they have taken their traditional role as homemakers and used their cooking skills to build businesses.
Women in Fez have been preparing food inside homes. They have considered food making as a job, as something they can earn money from. And a lot of women in this city actually inherited this tradition from their mothers, and they wanted to continue it in the Medina. So they started to make food and sell it outside. When they started to make money, they preferred to continue and modernize their food making.
Sumaya bin Hanan is an example of this type of woman. Sumaya followed in her family's trade of selling meat dishes and later cakes in the Medina. With the help of her parents, she managed to open up a successful bakery in the new part of Fes. This is an area where some of the wealthier people of Fes reside.
When I was young, I used to study, and at the same time I used to watch my dad making food. Bit by bit we expanded and opened up this shop. I have a lot of women working here. This is to help them and reduce unemployment. All of them want to work to feed their children and be the breadwinners of the family.
These women are reacting to modern economic realities, but they are choosing to work in a job that doesn't challenge the traditional role of women. On the surface, like these decorative facades of buildings in the old city, Fes seems to be a place comfortable with its traditions. But like anywhere else in the world, the city cannot ignore the pressures of modern life. As with its cuisine, Fes is watching modernity change the flavor of the city, one ingredient at a time.